Christian is a very busy, rambunctious, curious little boy. He's about to be 7 years old, and despite everything that he's been through and numerous therapies or whatever's going on, he doesn't let that slow him down, not a bit.
Our life changed because you took for granted going outside, simple things like that, or Mackenzie just having strength, or being able to play with other kids. That first month was the hardest month because my baby got really, really sick.
My insides have never been cooperative, I guess you could say. My biggest issue physically has always been CF. One medication destroyed most of my hearing, and it was devastating.
We actually try to look at the family as a whole. We don't just look at the flight that we're providing as a means of transportation. We look at the child's treatment plan. We look at the parents, what they're going through.
I worry about everything when it comes to Mackenzie. Did she get this medication? Was this dose enough? Is she sick? Does she have a fever? Is she breathing? Is her stomach hurting? Every little detail. And for them to say, oh, Mom, we'll be able to take care of you. You've been approved. It's like, what? You almost expect it to go wrong because you've been dealing with so much.
A number of patients we take care of are very complicated, have a number of issues going on, and so that limits in some ways the number of places they could get their care. Sometimes the local hospitals aren't equipped to take care of them.
Christian is diagnosed with autism. He also carries a diagnosis of progressive infantile scoliosis. From that standpoint, I was basically told, that we were just going to have to watch it and ride it out and wait until we hit that point where we have no other choice but a surgical intervention. And as a parent, that wasn't okay.
I knew that it didn't matter how I had to get to Chicago. It didn't matter how long we were going to have to stay. I didn't think of Children's Flight of Hope, but they fell in my lap. They're not just an organization that's going to pay for your plane tickets to get to your medical, procedures, but they're a friend that's going to get you to your medical procedures.
And I think the need for what we provide, the service we provide, is greater than probably most imagine. Primarily because we not only provide the commercial flights, but we have a private option as well. And you'd be surprised at the number of children who can't fly commercially.
When someone gets a transplant, it's usually because they don't want to spend whatever they have just waiting to die. They want to be able to use and make the best of whatever time they have. I think now it's just that seems possible rather than a fantasy that I'll never be able to go after.
Children's Flight of Hope was a prayer answered. There's no really other way to explain it. With 50,000 other things on my plate, this is the one thing that I know that I don't have to worry about. And it's such a huge component of getting him this care. Without it, we wouldn't be here.